So, welcome everyone. My name is Gabriella Lányi, and I'm the event organizer for Green Brother. And today we will have our info sharing event about TICER. And if you have any questions, feel free to write it in the chat section, and we are going to ask it from the presenter. And first of all, please let me introduce my colleague, András, and he's going to introduce, first of all, Green Brother. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. My name is András Lőrincz, and I'm a partner and investment manager here at Green Brother. And you are right, absolutely. Who is Green Brother? So let's dive into the deep. We are an advisory company who are helping startups, especially in Central Eastern Europe, focusing our main activities on Hungary. But how it started? We started to focus on the energy sector way back in 2017, and became an official hub of EIT in energy here in Hungary. So we started to help the Hungarians to step onto the European market, and also the European startups to step onto the Hungarian market. Later on, we just went forward, and we became a hub or risk hub of EIT Urban Mobility. So we realized quickly that we gained a huge experience and knowledge on how these markets are working, and the mobility, it's a broad term in that manner, and we could combine easily with the energy sector's knowledge, and we created the Green Brother brand to help the energy and mobility startups to gain knowledge, step onto markets, and gain market access and some other good opportunities here in the market. As you can see, we are mainly focusing on the sustainability side of the innovations, and we are not just focusing on startups. We are also focusing on innovative companies, just like spin-offs, and it can be. It doesn't matter that what size of the company have. It just depending on. It should be a sustainable, really straightforward innovation that we can help, and we see some really good fits on the market, and through our knowledge and network, we can help those innovative companies to generate more business value for them and for the stakeholders as well. How we do that? Basically, we have broad mentor, coach ecosystem and network. We help our startups and all of the stakeholders who are interested in those markets and have some kind of innovation with trainings, helping them to create the strategies, and accessing them to the network of ours, just like with sales opportunities, and also access to fundings and different kind of potential partners, just like in this program that you will see later. So some really good success stories of ours. You can see here, we help them through this network and help them to step on the market and expand to achieve their goals and create some really good value for the stakeholders of theirs. So thank you very much. I'm giving back to the brother.
Thank you, András. And now we have the possibility to see what is TICER actually through an animation video.
Citizens in a crowded city face countless challenges during their daily commutes. Mobility startups and innovators are full of incredible ideas and solutions. However, they face a daunting challenge: aligning their innovative ideas with city management. Don't worry, TICER is here to help. I am TICER, a project-based training program designed to establish a shared understanding between innovators and city regulators. Through my program, entrepreneurs gain valuable insights into a specific city's transportation behavior and user experience. Armed with this knowledge, they can tailor their products and services to perfectly fit the needs of that particular city. On the other side, The city administration learns about the benefits of emerging technologies and new business models. City and entrepreneurs working together can shape the future of transportation and ultimately improve the quality of life in a crowded city. Be part of the movement. Join TICER today and reach a new era of mobility together. www.ticer.city.
And now I'm also going to give the speech to András back, who's going to talk about it, how TICER is established. Great.
So, hi again. So, what is TICER and how it became a program and how we can help you? Before we can answer these questions, it's really important to understand how this whole innovation landscape is working, because basically it can be a really challenging one for each of the startups, each of the entrepreneurs and innovators. And why is it that? First of all, when we are talking about urban mobility innovation landscape, we have to identify 3 stakeholders, at least. The main is the city, the municipality itself, because we can consider them as the buyer of an innovation. And they can identify and overview everything around themselves, what's happening inside the city. And there's a second group, which is the startups and innovators, because they can be the providers of the innovations and the solutions for the city's problem. So these are the 2 main stakeholders in the whole ecosystem, but there are a third party, which are the citizens, and they are the end users. They are the most cruel of all, because it depends on an innovation success that they can accept it and or not. Because the citizens, as you can see later on, that they are not really like to change. So, but furthermore, there are several more aspects that we have to go through first. Can you spot the differences? Because these are all cities from all around the world, and actually 3 is basically from Hungary, but we can say so that it's all around from the world. Because as you can see here, Manhattan. Nowadays, Manhattan is trying to somehow solve the mobility challenges that they are facing with. They try to new bike lanes in the city, and just it's yesterday's news. Because the rise of the e-bikes within Manhattan, they try to squeeze the e-bikes itself into some kind of maintenance schedule, and just an officially licensed maintenance guy can repair the bicycles. And just like with cars, they have to have some kind of insurance and so on. So they are not really going into the right direction, because it will really decrease the people's mood to buy new bikes. But as you can see here the next is just missed one slide. Okay, the next should be this one. So Debrecen tried to introduce new bike lanes as well, but the 2 cities absolutely different in size, different in cultures, different in the population itself. What is the age of them? What kind of companies are there? What's the structure of the city? Where you can locate the offices? How you can incentivize people, and so on and so on. So the same challenge that they are facing with, they need to improve their mobility infrastructure within the city, but they are facing with so many different factors, just like the people, just like the geological factors that they have, facing with different kind of historical buildings that they have. Some of them they not, it can be moved or not. It's so many factors. And there is just the main example that I always use in any arguments, because it's the best. This is the capital of Hungary, Budapest. There is 2 sides: the Pest side, which is absolutely plain one, and there is the Buda side, which is a hilly one. So when you want to introduce just go back to my example, active mobility solutions, just like bikes, bike lanes, or any kind of solutions to provide it. You can see the best side. If you come today to Budapest, you will see the people are using their bikes. I've basically just some insane people using their bikes on the Buda side, because no one wants to climb a 900-meter tall hill to the top when they want to reach their office or something like that. So what can be the solution? The e-bike, and people maybe will buy them on the back side as well. But within one city, you can see that there are so many differences already. And there are the citizens. The citizens, as I mentioned, doesn't like changes. There was a study and there was a research by the EU that it measured how people adapt to changes in different countries. And surprise, surprise, the scores were not really good and high, especially in the Central Eastern European countries. People don't like changes. They don't like to change. They don't change their behaviors. I'm really, I'm pretty sure that every one of you guys who are listening to me right now, seeing these pictures all around your city, that there comes the need from the city that we need to renew all of our pavements, all of sidewalks, to provide the citizens a much more opportunity to use the sidewalks. It will be much easier for them to reach some part of the city. But there was some previous behavior that people will use the same road as previous. There will be some corner cuttings, and there will be always a place where you can see the people doesn't like to use the way that how it was imagined. So it's really important to understand what they need, how they behave, and what's their expectations. Because if you don't focus on these factors, your innovation and solution won't be accepted by the majority of the people who lives in that particular city, and your innovation will fail because they won't use it, and no one will solve it instead of you. So there are challenges everywhere. And just to sum it up, you can see that what the city thinks that the citizen needs, so they see and imagine a plane, and actually what the citizens really need and doesn't reflect that. And the startups really need, that startups is providing as a solution is basically a flying train, that nobody cares about flying trains, because actually what they really need to commute to their workplaces, and they need only just one more bus in the city. So these kind of factors should be there and should be understood by startups and innovators and all the stakeholders who will be involved in this mobility innovation landscape. So how we can help you, how we can help you on this journey. So it's really easy with our program, TICER. Because we will focus on these factors and we will help you to understand better what will happen. How we will do that. Yeah, perfect. So how we will do that? We can say so that this is a whole year program, because on the beginning, we will find a city who has really huge challenges in front of them, but they cannot identify as precisely as it should to understand by the innovators on the market. So we are conducting some design workshops to understand better what's the city, what's the stakeholders and the citizens needs in that city itself. Then we are organizing an open call, and this is why you are here, because you can, in this period, apply for the TICER program to solve those challenges that we identified during the design workshops. And there is a small entrepreneurship training. Why is it needed? The only reason is that because you should understand that each of the countries has different regulations, and each of the countries has different customs. So through the entrepreneurship training, you will understand better how you can design a more appealing solution for the city and city's challenges. And there will be the co-creation workshop, basically where you will check the fit of your solution to the market. And there is the workshop for alignment, where you will understand how the municipality itself is creating their policies, how you can have an influence on them, how you can understand and how you can work better together with the municipality and the city itself. So where will be it and when? You know already. Our partner in this, our city partner is Szombathely. This is a Hungarian city, and on the western part of the country, we will conduct everything there. The whole timeline is looking like that we started really early this year, and now we are in the application phase, which will be closed soon, and then we will continue with the trainings, and then there will be a gala event where you can rise and shine and show what's your solution, how you can solve the challenges that we stated. What are the 3 challenges? The first is just a short summary. You can find it on the web, but you can reach me on a dialect, and I can, or my colleagues, and we can give you a much deeper insight in that. But the first is the demand-driven mobility design need from Szombathely. The second is the data-driven synergies for mobility solutions. And the third is the sustainable mobility as an alternative and how you can help them. Who and how can apply for this program? We are welcoming almost everybody, startups, SMEs, groups of students, university teams, or students at all. If you have any idea in your mind, you can join us, and we will help you to go through the whole project. This is really easy. The how part, you just go to the TICER.city, submit your application, you are verifying yourself that you are a human, and then you will receive later on from my colleagues an email with a really short questionnaire, and let's just fill it up. And if you are accepted, you will be in the project. But why is it really important to apply? What will be your benefits from the program? It's really easy because you will gain entrepreneurial knowledge, get some real life market feedback, because as I mentioned that during the design workshops really early this year, we involved all the stakeholders from Szombathely into the program. So you will have the opportunity to showcase your case, your solution to them as well during the project. You will see and develop your UX and product market fit. You will understand city mechanisms, and it's really important, the crucial part of the whole project. I am a graduated lawyer. Sometimes I really have no idea how the city itself is working. So it's a good opportunity for you guys, because much more expert will tell you how it works. You will have plenty of opportunities to pitch. And if your idea will be selected, maybe you will have potential pilot project opportunity. And with that, maybe you can secure an investment if you are that good. And lastly, who are the project partners? We are a 4-member consortium in that. The project leaders are Brother, our UX design partners are Frontira, the education partner is RMIT University. I don't know, maybe you heard about the new type of battery that the RMIT did in Australia, so they are good, I can tell for sure. And there are the city partner, it's Szombathely. And as I mentioned, I was András. If you have any questions, please type it in, send it via email directly to us, or you can use any alternative methods if you want. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, András. And now I would like to give the speech to Szombathely to hear about more why they joined, what are their issues, and I will give the speech to Adrienn Bokányi.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. So my name is Adrienn Bokányi, and I work as the counselor responsible for economic and urban development in the municipality of Szombathely city with county rights. And in the next few minutes, I would like to introduce you our city, our challenges in connection with urban mobility and sustainable mobility, our ambitions, and why we have joined the TICER project. We can go on, thank you. So as you can see it here in the small map, we are located in the western part of Hungary, really close to the Austrian border, circa 10 to 15 kilometers away from it. Right now, we've got approximately 75 to 80,000 inhabitants officially. But because of the very close proximity of the Austrian border, we've got a lot of commuters who are commuting to Austria on a daily basis, which means that truly we've got circa 100,000 citizens who are using our roads each day. We are at the intersection of major cities like Vienna, Bratislava, Graz, etc. And we've got pretty good international railway connections as well. We've had several decades of multinational production culture here in Szombathely with a strong economic basis and skilled labor force and a wide range of education on each education levels. We are quite secure. Each year our county, Vas County, and our city is the safest city and the safest county all around Hungary. And we are also in the last 3 years, I think, the happiest and the most livable city in Hungary. In connection with the public transport, which means bus transport inside the city of Szombathely, the situation is quite interesting. We've got a private company called Blaguszagola Hungary, which is a sister company of an Austrian company, and they are operating our bus transport system with brand new Mercedes buses. These are Euro 6 but diesel buses. Right now, we don't have any electric buses, but next year, the Blagus will try to buy some mini buses as a pilot project. We've got pretty good international connections as well. We have 17 sister cities all over the European Union and also some in the Middle East and in Asia. We can go on. Thank you. When we think at ourselves as a city, we like to do it, we like to see ourselves as a green and smart city on a Hungarian level. This is our ambition, of course. We've got an ongoing sustainable and smart strategy or program, which is focusing on the so-called twin transitions, so the green and the digital transition of the city and its region. It is called the Szombathely 2030. And besides TICER, we have some other ongoing EU projects as well. For example, a Horizon 2020 project called the Just Nature, which is focusing on nature-based solutions, or an Interreg Europe project, the ODE for Growth, which is focusing on open data, data analysis, and smart city. And moreover, we are also the only Hungarian participant of the European Commission's Intelligent Cities Challenge program. Lime scooter system, it was newly introduced exactly a year ago here in Szombathely, and it is a great, I can say, success story, especially among youngsters. And right now we are also preparing a complex green hydrogen ecosystem project, which according to our hopes, will maybe also contain some hydrogen buses as well, if we can apply successfully to European Union funds connected to it. Thank you very much. We can go on. So we've got some problems and also challenges in connection with urban mobility. The first group of them are related to infrastructure and infrastructural problems mainly. So we've got a lot of potholed roads, bicycle roads, sidewalks, etc. Not enough parking spaces, especially in the housing estates and sometimes also in the city center. A lot of traffic jams, especially in the peak hours, of course, and a quite crowded city center. And in my opinion, absolutely not enough bicycle roads. We had some improvements and some developments regarding this issue throughout the last few years, but we still don't have enough bicycle roads. Now, the second group of challenges or problems are more theoretical ones. So first of all, we don't have enough data. Some of those data are existing, but yet unknown for us or not available for us, while others are non-existent, basically because we don't have enough sensors or other inputs. We also don't have any DRT solutions right now, only taxis, but no DRT bus lines, for example. While the third type of problems or challenges are connected to our citizens and the public attitude formation. So the experience and also the questionnaires that were filled out by our citizens has showed us that the sustainable mobility solutions are not popular enough or not yet popular enough among our citizens for several reasons. Some of them think that using their own car is a lot more comfortable and convenient. Others think that sustainable mobility solutions aren't trendy enough, etc. So basically, we have joined the TICER program in order to find the appropriate and innovative solutions for some of these problems. And on the other hand, also to set an example or show a good practice to other cities and to help them if we can with our best practice. Thank you. We can go on. And at my last slide, I would like to give you some insights about our city-specific training, which will be held in this autumn. We will have 4 different parts or elements in this training, going from the general to the more specific topics. So the first one will be the emergence of mobility topics in the European Union policy and its aspects regarding the local level, the cities. The second will be 3 to 4 presentations about our city strategies as strategic documents in connection with urban mobility and urban development and sustainable mobility. The third one will be a presentation about public procurement processes on our municipal level, while the fourth one will be a more interactive part of the city-specific training, a workshop focusing on the practical analysis of urban mobility issues. We can go on, and I would like to thank you very much for your kind attention. And if you may have any questions, then please do not hesitate to ask me today or to contact me later. You can find our absolutely public contact information on our website, on our city website. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Adrienn. And actually, we have a question, and it says, like, what is DRT solution? Can you tell us a bit more about it, please?
It's the demand responsive transport solutions. So those transport solutions, when, for example, there are some bus lines which only starts when there is a demand for it from the citizens, from the inhabitants, they can signal their demand through a phone call or through a mobile application or a web page, etc. And in the previous periods, we had a small pilot project focusing on DRT bus solutions, but right now we don't have any DRT solutions here in Szombathely.
Thank you so much. And there is another question, which is, are you aware of an increase in accidents related to the increase in vehicles in the city?
I cannot tell you any exact figures because it is the responsibility of the police here in Szombathely, but I think there is a strong connection between these two numbers. The number of our cars here in Szombathely is really increasing throughout the last 4 or 5 years, and this number is still increasing. So nowadays in Szombathely it is fashionable to, so-called fashionable, to have 2 to 3 cars in a family, which means that in the peak hours there are huge traffic congestions in the housing estates, in the industrial areas, and in the city center as well. And also we've got some accidents related to it as well. But maybe what was a good number, that after the introduction of Lime system, the e-scooter Euroless system, the number of accidents related to limes and bicycles, limes and cars, limes and any other transport solutions does not arise. So it's not a huge problem right now. Sometimes, once in a month or once in a quarter, some accidents happen, but it isn't a usual thing in Szombathely.
Okay, thank you so much. There is 2 more questions, and I think after these 2 more questions, we should move on. And after, if you still have more questions, please let us know in the chat, and in the end of the info sharing event, we will answer it. Thank you. So the last 2 question is that if we work with the city in TICER, Belarus will be the official contractual partner then?
Please, could you repeat the last part of it? So we are working in
Yes.
TICER program and?
Yes, Belarus will be the official contractual partner then?
No, the city is the official contractual partner of the TICER program. And of course, we involved Belarus as well because we are working together with them on the bus transportation. So they are working also in some parts of the TICER program, but together with us. But we are the project partner, the municipality of Szombathely City with county rights, and not Belarus.
Thank you. And the last one, thank you for the presentation. It is pretty important visualize the general idea. Also, one short question. The needed part in this specific project that match with the DRT as the need of directly for the citizen, not the government?
I think it will be good for all the actors and stakeholders. But to be honest with you, our citizens doesn't know so much about DRT solutions yet. We had a project, a mentor program focusing on it. It was an Interreg mentor program. We took part in it 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, when a state-of-art report was made, and we realized that the citizens are not aware of these DRT bus solutions, for example, because we didn't have anything like that until that point in Szombathely. They are using taxis when they need something like that. But when we asked them through some questionnaires and they realized that there are some solutions like this in other cities, on European level and also on Hungarian level, because in other Hungarian cities, some of these solutions are existing right now. They realized that, for example, for the late night hours or for partying youngsters, etc., it could be a very, very useful solution. So nowadays, while they are a bit more aware of it, I think they are more open to these solutions, but it is not such a huge demand yet.
Okay, thank you so much.
And just one mentioning here to some additional thoughts. Yeah, the citizens doesn't know yet that they really need it. They see that they need some kind of new solution to solve their problems, but this is the most important task of the whole project, that how we can introduce them and without any pain and any more effort, and how they can use it as is, and instead of the conventional already used ways that they are using nowadays. So this is really important here.
Yes, and this is the interesting part of the whole project, I think.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Adrienn. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now I'm going to show you a video because unfortunately one of the partners from RMIT cannot attend today, but she prepared a video for us.
Hi. Did you know that we have over 250 million cars in Europe? That's actually 1 car per 3 people. And also we spend around 18 hours on average on peak congestion a year. That's too much. But if we could use new ideas and if we all could contribute to a better urban mobility, the situation would be different, especially with all the trends that we are having and all the situation that the environment is suffering. So that's why we are here. My name is Moncada. I'm representing RMIT, the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology here in Europe. And I'm going to be your guide during this process. I am an entrepreneur. I have my own company. I also had my own startup. I sold it. And then I worked on investment. And now I'm guiding innovators and entrepreneurs like you to find new ideas and to bring them to the ground. So you're going to have 6 models with me. I'm going to help you first to understand the challenges of Szombathely. Second, to define the business idea out of those challenges. Then to design valuable solutions out of the idea. Later, I'm going to help you to prototype on the 4th model. On the 5th one, I am going to help you to validate socially, economically, and environmentally. You're going to have 2 sessions with our partners from Frontira and the city of Szombathely. And on the last session, I'm going to teach you how to pitch like a professional and how to tell your story, that it can help another people join your cause. So I'm really excited to be with you. I'm looking forward to help you build a better mobility and to make our cities greener than you have here. Thank you so much and see you soon.
Thank you for watching it. And now I would like to give the speech to Miklós Máder from Frontira.
Hello. As András already mentioned, we are the design part of this in this game. Design. I guess the biggest issue here is the pain. When there is a pain, let's say in a lobster, then it means that the lobster should change its shield. So the design help us to grow through these pains. And as you can see here, there's a Frontira a strategy design firm. It means that what we are doing is business boost. When somebody is struggling with the customer care, if the churn is big, there are no new customers, the customer satisfaction is low, maybe the product and the market is not fit on, and somehow the sales is falling, then they are approaching us, and we are helping them just to help through these pains. And we have a motto. It says that we are bringing the users of our customers to our customers. So that's the point, that a business holder knows is the domain, but not knows their customer base. And in a lot of time, there are a lot of research should be done just to understand the real customer needs and how to use them to improve the services. We can go further. And from this graph, you can see that 79%, instead that I will use from one from five will just win in the game of digital businesses, as the last of them fails, just because you see from this graph that more than 40% falls because they didn't define the offer well. So maybe the product, it doesn't fit the market. Maybe the solution, in 1 out of 5, the solution is not so proper, so not so customer centric, and this iterative design process find out the real customer needs and implement it to the real servicing, it also fails. And also there is a failing opportunity about how to scale up the business and approaching new customers, as you already learned about the Rogers innovation curve, that late followers and early adopters, late followers, blah blah blah. So lots of users are just out of the horizon still, and the design will help us to go through it. We can go further. That the growth and you and all the applicants will be an idea owner or a concept owner. They are facing with the growth, and the growth requires just to know very properly these 3 platform elements: the define, build, and scale. The define means that very high user experience, servicing, and researches, and how to make your product be not just feasible but enjoyable from the customers. And the scale also based on a lot of design, just how we can find the right business model which will guarantee us this kind of growth. And the build belong to you. So it is the IT and all the domain solution innovation which is out of the customers. But if these 3 elements will combine their forces, then will be guaranteed the growth. So the next one, how do we do that? So you can see here that this UX design has a lot of already well-defined solution for each stages or each topics. And you can see here, let's say, a to-do list, what our company can provide, and help you to understand your business environment and also your customer base. We can go further, and so let's say I introduced what do we do, and I will tell you now that how we can serve you by this process, as we will introduce you this user-centric thought, the UX basics, to real-time examples in some kind of workshop format. What we will offer is 2 times 3-hour-long sessions when we will go through the creative solving techniques, addressing the TICER challenges, to find out how these creative problem-solving techniques can be used them, and we will blend also the theory, practical insights, a lot of experience. What do we know about the facing challenges? And the first, so there will be, let's say, 3 stages. 3 stages process. What we saw that the first one will be an workshop where we will download a lot of knowledge on our expertise, how to prototype the concept testing, but how to build your prototype, and just after that how to test it. And the second phase will be that we will search for opportunities for you just to make these prototype tests with mobility related stakeholders and end users within Szombathely and all the relevant stakeholders who are around this mobility ecosystem. So you will have the chance to talk to them, to test your prototype, to find out that is it feasible, how it can be feasible, and what kind of models then they can work with you. And just after that, this learning phase, we will meet again in the second workshop, and during that workshop we will refine and validate your prototype based on the customer needs. And is it the last one or not? No, so it is just a lot more detail, on what will happen at the day 1. There will be the understanding of the challenges and how to make research and what does the user experience means from mobility perspective on your ideas or concept. And just after that, you have the chance to build your prototype or your concept, and you will test the concept by yourself. And just after that, we met again at the second workshop, when we will help you just understand what you learned. It is the insight mining, what kind of information you will bring and how to build up from then a new concept. And that will be our added value to the game. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions right now, please let us know in the chat and we can answer it for you. You can even also raise up your hand and I can allow you to speak and communicate us with your voice as well. Or send us an email, please. Yes, I can see. Wait a second, please. And now you can even turn on your camera and your mic as well, please. Gueline, I don't know how to pronounce your name correctly, but I can see that you raised up your hand, and now I allowed you to turn on your camera and your microphone as well. Thank you. Okay. And then if it is not allowing you, then can you please write it down? Thank you so much. Thank you. And I can see there was another question. Thank you, Rosen. Goodbye. Have a great day. Thank you, Clara. Have a great day. Hope to see you soon. So RMIT Frontira City, András will going to answer for this question.
So yeah, Colin. Now this whole program is designed like that. That it's all the consortium members will be there throughout the whole project for you. So each of the parts, which is basically they are the experts, just like RMIT, really good in entrepreneurship, in design thinking, and helping you to get the right knowledge how you can act on this particular Hungarian market. Frontira is the expert of the design, and Szombathely will be the partner in this consortium who will help you to get the knowledge and get the insights how the whole city policy making and regulations is working, and what's the how you can access the data of the cities, and so on and so on. So all of the parties will be there, and we as Green Brother will be also there to help you through mentorings and helping you facilitating all the workshops that it will take place. And also all of the parties will be there during the selection of the startups who will be there until the end of the whole project. I hope I answered your question. And the partner that if you want to choose later on, if there is your solution is particularly related to maybe one of the public transport solution provider in Szombathely, then we will try to, and through Szombathely we will connect you as well. Yes, this is absolutely a collaborative approach. We see here as Green Brother that without any collaboration, none of the startups can rise and none of the businesses can rise nowadays. So it's really important to help you and to create these kind of synergies between the partners. It doesn't matter that if you are older than 3 years, that was just a suggestion. If you apply, we will go through and we will let you know that you are in or not. But we more than welcome every participant in the program, because sometimes these kind of silly eligibility criteria are just tying our hands together, and sometimes we can some of the really good solution providers can follow from the opportunities, but we are more than welcome almost everyone, and we will see how you can fit into the program and what we can provide you. You're welcome, anytime. Thanks, Lányi.
Thank you for the question. Maybe we can wait a little bit more, and if we don't have any more questions, then I would say thank you very much that you were here and listened for our info sharing event. And next info sharing event will be soon, so please stay tuned, because then we will relieve the 3 challenges that Frontira actually found out in Szombathely. So thank you very much.